Hey everyone, and once again, welcome to WsCubeTech English channel. Myself, Umar Taskir. Guys, in this particular video, we are now going to talk about the art creative. So, guys, so far, what we have discussed is we have seen different campaign settings or different objectives with regards to campaigns, and then we have seen different settings which are there at the ad set level. And now, what we are going to do is, as soon as we are done with the different settings at the ad set level, like optimization, budget optimization and bidding strategies, location targeting, audience selection. So once we are done with all these kind of settings at our ad set level, now we will move ahead towards this ad section, right? And this ad section is basically where you are actually going to create your creative, right? So what you have to do over here is, as soon as you will come over here, you have to select your Facebook page, and along with that you have to select your Instagram account, right? So let me select this Facebook page also and Instagram account also, and then if we will come down, right, what we will see over here is we have different formats, right? And in this particular video, what we are going to discuss is, suppose we have selected one format where we want to show our ad in the form of single image or single video, then what are the different elements within this ad copy? So as soon as you will come down, you'll see primary text over here, right? So you, as you can see over here, you have primary text over here, and you have some guidelines with regards to primary text, that what kind of primary text or how much characters of primary text you can put over here, right? So what you can do is, let us select some image from here. First of all, let us select some image, and if we will select some image, then it will be easier for us to see how our ad creative is actually looking. Just to understand, let us select this particular image and click on this done, right? Ignore this image for now, and if you will come down, you will see primary text over here, right? So you have to enter your primary text over here, and as soon as I am entering primary text, like this is primary text, and I'm doing this just because you can see where it is going to appear in the ad creative, right? So you can see this is appearing over here at the above of this particular image or the creative that we have, right? Then we have options of adding different primary text. We can add up to 5 primary text over here, and these primary text will combine with the creative to form different ad, right? Ad copy, the complete ad copy. And then we have headline option of also available over here, which will appear over here, right? So these are the different things, different elements which are there in your ad creation process, right? So whenever you are creating your ad, whenever you are creating your ad copy or ad creative, whenever you're working at this particular level, which is ad level, you have different options, and you have to understand that what are these different options and what are the key elements within these options, right? So I've written something for you over here, and this is basically the primary text section is over here, and the headline section is over here. Along with this, you can enter your display URL over here, which is basically your landing page kind of something, and then you have newsfeed link descriptions over here, and then you can put your call to action over here, right? So you have to utilize all these things very strategically, and you have to implement all these things, right? And what I have mentioned over here is, as you can see, the different important elements of advertising that you have to consider while creating your ad creative or while creating your ad is, first is hook, right? So you have to make sure that you have some hook, right? And then the second point is story. You have to make sure that you have some story within your ad copy. And then the third thing is, you have to put some main benefits, or you can say that like offers, right? So this is the third thing that you cannot actually ignore. You have to give some offers through your Facebook ad copies, right? So the first point is, you have to put some hook, right, which is like extraordinary attention grabber kind of thing, right? So suppose if in your ad copy you are writing something like, hey digital marketer, right? Hey digital marketers, or hello digital marketers, you can do these kind of things, right? So this is basically something which is attention grabber element, that okay, you are targeting like people who are interested in digital marketer, and you are addressing them by their name, right? So this will basically grab their attention, because now you have targeted people who are actually digital marketers, right? So you have that audience set, and now you are calling them by their name, right? So it is kind of an attention grabber thing. So when, if I'm a digital marketer and I'm into your audience targeting list, and if I'm scrolling my feed and I'll see that, okay, hello digital marketer, I'm going to see anything like that, definitely I'll stop over there, right? So you have to make sure that what are the different elements. I have just given you one example. You have to think according to your business niche, and whatever product or service you are actually offering, you have to identify what can be the hook in your case, right? So every business, every niche has different kind of hook. So you just have to identify what can be the perfect hook in your ad copy, right? But this is again a very important element which will basically stop someone from scrolling their feed, because in most of the cases our ad, when we talk about Facebook advertising ecosystem, our ad appears in the Facebook feed and we get maximum responses from the Facebook feed only, right? So we have to understand the different elements that can basically grab the attention, and then that can basically stop someone from scrolling their feed. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to make sure that there should be some hook, right? Hook element. Then you have to put some story which will basically tell that cold audience about the product or the service that you offer, about or about their pain points and everything, right? Then you should have some offers, right? Because why someone should buy from you, right? You have to mention those things, you have to mention your USPs and everything. So before actually creating the ad copy, what you have to do is you have to prepare some content around these elements. You have to prepare content around your hook, you have to prepare content around your stories, and also you have to decide what kind of offers you are going to throw at your audience, so that so that they don't miss it, and they feel that okay, now we should go for this offer or something like that, right? So you have to prepare things according to these different elements that I have just mentioned over here, right? Now to prepare these things, you need some raw materials also, like pain points of your ideal prospects. So you have to understand the pain points of your ideal prospects. You have to understand the stories and how we should create the stories. So whenever you will create these kind of elements, or whenever you will work on these kind of elements, you will also work that how can you represent yourself or your brand as authority in front of that audience. Then you have to prepare the features of your product or services, kind of USPs, which I have also mentioned over here in the sixth point. And you have to think something which will basically produce scarcity or urgency for your product and service, right? That will be used with the call to action. So these are the different elements that you have to prepare to write a perfect ad copies, right? And these are the three different major elements, like hook, story, and the offers. And the other things that you are basically preparing, which I have just mentioned over here, these things will be used to create these three important elements, right? Which you will be using in your ad copies in different parts of your ad copy. Like something you will mention within this call to action button, something you will mention on this headline section, something you will mention in the primary text. You will mention all these kind of things over there, right? See, no matter how good you are at the technical implementation of your Facebook ad, but ad copy is again a very important thing, because ad copy is something which is going to engage with your audience. Ad copy is something which people will see. Ad copy is something which your audience is going to see and respond accordingly, right? Your targeting approach, your targeting expertise will only help you in targeting people, that yes, my now my ad is reaching to right people, right? So if you are good at targeting, if you are good at the technical aspects of Facebook ads, you will reach good people, you will reach relevant people. But your ad copy is the thing that is actually going to convince people to buy, or to buy your product or whatever you are offering, or to avail your service, right? So you cannot ignore the aspects of ad copy. So you have to understand what are the different elements and how we should prepare while creating the ad copy, or while writing the different elements of our ad, right? So I'll never recommend you to straight away go onto your campaign, start creating your ad copy. I'll always recommend you to collect things, collect your assets first, and then strategically write your ad copy, and make sure that ad copy is aligned with the audience that you have selected, right? So if you are targeting students, you should include colors, you should include banners, you should include photos, or something to which students can actually relate. Then only you will be able to establish a connect, and then only you will be able to sell your product or service, right? So you have to make sure that your campaign goal, that objectives that you have selected, or the different settings that you have made at different levels of Facebook ads should map with your ad copy, right? They should align with your ad copy, right? So these things you have to make sure. So I'll never recommend you to create your ad copy in hurry, and also before writing your ad copy, do collect all the important elements. So that's it for this specific video. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.